Everybody's favorite MAGA Congresswoman, Marjorie Taylor Greene, tried to sound smart on Twitter recently, but all she ended up doing was making an absolute fool of herself and proving how little she knows about American history. We really gotta elect smarter people. This is just embarrassing. I'll show you guys the tweet and all the hilarious fallout coming right up. Now, this wasn't even the only dumb post by Marjorie Taylor Greene. She attended a boat parade in Georgia and posted the following about it. Yesterday's enthusiasm for President Trump on Lake Altoona was unmatched. I know he won Georgia in 2020, and after yesterday, I know he's going to win Georgia again in 2024. So I don't know why Marjorie Taylor Greene continues to say that Trump won Georgia. I guess it makes her feel better, but it's not a recipe for success. You have to learn from your failures and then do something differently. But if you just keep claiming you won Georgia, then I guess you'll do the same thing and lose it again. Just like they lost Georgia in the midterms and Senator Raphael Warnock, a Democrat, secured a 6-year term. But this other Twitter user just completely destroyed Marjorie Taylor Greene in the comments. Fukin Chuke wrote, unmatched? He lost in 2020. You have nowhere near the supporters you did 4 years ago. Not even close. And you're bragging about 30 votes when you used to have hundreds? Again, all these flex photos are just showing us in real time how little there are left in your MAGA world. You get ratioed on social media. You literally get chased out of town wherever you go. Your opponent is making friends with your constituents. See, people will need his business in Northwest Georgia. He's going to show them that you're lying when you oddly say that Dems want to get rid of cows. He's a cattle farmer. What are you? An interloper from another district that could give two shits about Georgia's 14th district. You're only there if you're doing a Trump-related event or lying about securing money for your constituents. Always Trump, never them. All of the media's focus recently has been on President Biden and whether or not he should continue with the Democratic Party's nomination. I think the real story is just how vulnerable MAGA is with Donald Trump at the top of the ticket. This man is a convicted felon who cannot get his story straight and lies every chance he gets. Plus, his talking points are old and the enthusiasm really isn't there right now. I know that everybody's focused on Biden, but these MAGA candidates are very vulnerable. Now, I don't kid myself that somebody like Marjorie Taylor Greene is going to lose. I don't think she will. But we have seen people like Lauren Boebert, who had the closest congressional race in the 2022 midterms, get that close to losing. And I'm willing to bet there's going to be some upsets that people are not seeing right now. And it's all courtesy of Trump and these extreme MAGA candidates. And that leads us to Marjorie Taylor Greene's epically dumb tweet. Marjorie decided to weigh in on the age issue that is consuming the Democratic Party right now, and she wrote the following on Twitter. The average age of the signers of the Declaration of Independence on July 4, 1776 was 44 years old, but more than a dozen were 35 or younger. Thomas Jefferson, 33, John Hancock, 39, James Madison, 25, Alexander Hamilton, 21, James Monroe, 18, Aaron Burr, 20, Paul Revere, 41, and George Washington, 44. The only problem? 6 out of the 8 people she listed did not sign the Declaration of Independence. You can't make this stuff up. Look at this brutal community note that was placed right below the post. Readers added context they thought people might want to know. James Madison, Alexander Hamilton, James Monroe, Aaron Burr, Paul Revere, and George Washington were not signers of the Declaration of Independence. This guy's response to Marjorie's tweet was just fantastic. Listen to this. Unbelievable. You have no idea what you are talking about. Firstly, James Madison did not sign the Declaration of Independence. At that time, he was deeply involved in Virginia politics and didn't join the Continental Congress until 1780. Similarly, Alexander Hamilton, who was 21 in 1776, didn't sign the Declaration either. He was serving in the Continental Army. James Monroe, at the age of 18, and Aaron Burr, at 20, were also not signers. Monroe was too young and not involved in the Continental Congress, while Burr was serving in the military. Paul Revere, although a prominent revolutionary figure, did not sign the Declaration. Lastly, George Washington, who was 44 in 1776, was leading the Continental Army and did not participate in the signing. Boy, Marjorie Taylor Greene learning in real time some history. It's just so embarrassing that a member of Congress would post something like this with no shame at all. This political commentator, JoJo from Jurors, who's pretty big, she has almost 1 million followers, said, okay, who else does moron Marge think signed the Declaration of Independence? Best answer wins a free Peachtree dish. Go! That is a reference to when Marjorie Taylor Greene meant to say Petri dish, and she said Peachtree dish. So embarrassing! But look at this. The top answer is the best one. This guy said Chuck Grassley. That's great. Chuck Grassley, Republican senator from Iowa, old as dirt. He might have signed the Declaration of Independence. He's been around that long. And this retired teacher, Mama Sissy says, wrote, Marjorie Taylor Greene being completely wrong about history, again, aside, claiming that the average age of the signers of the Declaration of Independence was 44 is not a flex when the founders' life expectancy was only 64 years. So once again, Marjorie Taylor Greene posting her L's for everybody to see, and she's not even embarrassed because the tweet is still up about the Declaration of Independence. You'd think she would just delete that and tuck her tail between her legs and try again another day, but who knows? Marjorie Taylor Greene proving once again that we are living through the stupidest period of America's history. But we will get through this, we will learn lessons from it, we will grow, and we will make this country even better on the other side. Just watch.